Are we really innocent until proven guilty? Recently, my neighbor and I had a late night discussion on our apartment building's stoop. It was a friendly conversation in general, and eventually my political leanings as they relate to this channel and my propensity to protest came up. When we got to discussing deportations and the government's sending people to Salvadorian prisons, he struggled with the notion of applying due process. He kept going on about how I was risking my safety by allowing dangerous people to remain in the country. I had to ask, what if I was arrested and sent to that prison? He just looked at me in shock. I went on to explain all the reasons I might be arrested and sent away without due process. I told him my skin tone, my Hawaiian inspired tattoo, the fact that I do attend protests, and of course this channel are all factors that could cause me to be in the same position as Kilmar Abrego Garcia. I also explained that the fact that I was born here won't matter if I'm not given the opportunity to defend myself. I explained to him that my concern is that these people have only been accused of being dangerous. An accusation alone is not enough to punish anyone in the United States. Even conservative Supreme Court Justice Scalia has said it is well established that the Fifth Amendment entitles aliens to due process in law in deportation proceedings. Try as I might, I couldn't make this well-meaning person understand that whether citizen or undocumented, if one person doesn't have this fundamental right, then none of us really do. Due process is a fundamental principle of law that ensures fairness and justice in legal proceedings. It protects individuals from arbitrary or unfair treatment by the government. Due process is primarily found in the Fifth and 14th Amendments to the United States Constitution. The Fifth Amendment applies to the federal government, while the 14th Amendment applies to state governments. These amendments guarantee that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. In recent weeks, there have been a number of arrests by ICE agents perpetrated on various people who are alleged to have endangered the United States. They are accused specifically of participating in the Palestinian Student Union. In fact, the accusations go beyond that. This week, Mohsen Madawi, a Palestinian-born Columbia University student, was arrested by ICE while at a naturalization appointment, which means he was going through the legal process to become an American citizen, by the way. In an increasingly rare set of circumstances, he was later released on bond rather than being immediately deported after being provided his right to due process. On the show Fox and Friends, they just couldn't help but weigh in from their nationalistic propaganda point of view. They commented that he was one of the co-founders of the Palestinian Student Organization that helped organize all of the unrest over the past 2+ years. And who knows what they were doing on a lower profile on the Columbia College campus. These hosts were upset because, as they described it, he didn't go out humbly. He came out defiantly and chose to call up President Trump and his cabinet. The Fox and Friends hosts are upset because this individual allegedly used their voice in protest against an opinion they hold as part of the MAGA-supporting corporation Fox News, and not because he was proven to have done anything illegal. Their claim is that we're setting a dangerous precedent by having the courts involved with the visa process. This is a disingenuous point, as at least 1,220 students at 187 colleges, universities, and university systems have had their visas revoked or legal status terminated since late March, according to an Associated Press review of university statements, correspondence with school officials, and court records. The number of these affected students appears far higher, though. At least 4,736 international students' visa records were terminated in a government database that maintains their legal status, according to an April 10th Immigration and Customs Enforcement response to inquiries from Congress. These students were here legally and were forced to be illegal by the government's direct intervention. The apparent goal is to place them at risk for deportation. While Trump did restore the legal status of a portion of those students on April 25th, the damage may already have been done. Anyone who I suspect of qualifying for their arrest efforts will often not get the opportunity to prove they are here again legally. They will be accused and quickly removed in many cases. So why is our government so against due process all of a sudden? I would argue that opposition to the constitutionally guaranteed right stems from the fact that the government knows their activities would not stand up when tested in a court of law. Due process is essential for upholding the rule of law and protecting individual rights. It ensures that legal proceedings are fair, just, and transparent by requiring notice, an opportunity to be heard, and an impartial decision maker. Due process safeguards against arbitrary or discriminatory treatments. Let's just call it what it really is: racial and ethnic discrimination. Transparency would show the unpleasant reality of why this is all happening and put a mirror up to the faces of the people who support it. We would see just how absolutely illegal these activities really are. Due process is a cornerstone of a fair and just legal system. It protects individuals from government overreach and ensures that their rights are respected. Ongoing discussions and debates about due process help to refine and strengthen these protections, ensuring that justice is served for all. The late George Carlin once said, "Rights aren't rights if they can be taken away. They're privileges. That's all we've ever had in this country, a bill of temporary privileges. And if you read the news, even badly, you know that the list gets shorter and shorter." That's what I have for this week. Until next time, remember, you have a voice. It's imperative that you don't let anyone silence you. If you like this content, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. Ring the bell for updates. It really helps the channel